Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the weather for the week ahead, presented by Flagler Weather Info and Flagler County Assist. Today is Sunday, 26th of July, 2026, and this is a look at the weather for the week ahead and what to expect. We do see some pattern changes, and that's going to increase our thunderstorm chances as we go through the week. You can see today, looking at satellite imagery, quite busy over the state of Florida. Thunderstorms all over the place, chiefly to the south of us, but they did come through here earlier today. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be happening ahead, but let's start with the tropical weather outlook. Let's take a look at the tropical weather outlook. We are currently looking at the long range, at the 7-day forecast, and there is no tropical development expected through the next 7 days. That's definitely some good news. Taking a look further ahead, this takes us into the middle part of August. We do not see any risk of significant tropical activity developing through the middle part of August, and it's based on information from the Climate Prediction Center. So taking a look closer, we do have a front that's kind of stalled off to the north of us and trough over state of Florida. And then as we get into the middle part of the week, that front kind of backs off a little bit, but then here comes another one. This front's expected to stall to our north, at least the way things look right now. By the end of the week, it's going to drop a lot of tropical moisture out of the Gulf. So it's going to make for kind of an unsettled afternoons with showers and thunderstorms likely, particularly towards the end of the week, at least the way things stand right now. Keep in mind that forecast can change when we get further out into the future, but it looks like pretty, decent chance of showers and storms each day. Some days you'll see them right at your location. Some days you might just hear the thunder, but might not get much rain. So it's just really going to depend. So taking a look at what the National Weather Service in Jacksonville is saying as far as concerns and stuff like that are going on. So they're looking at the maximum heat indexes to still continue as we go through the week ahead. Heat advisories are possible as we go into the week ahead as well. Continues to be a moderate rip current risk at beaches, scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms, at least through Monday. And then we can expect widely scattered showers and storms Tuesday and Wednesday. And of course, this was the severe risk for today. Things are winding down, so this isn't really relevant anymore. And again, we just talked about the tropics. And the drought monitor, we're actually getting better. We are still abnormally dry to moderate drought. So, we're still having the issues with brush fires, but not real big ones. And I'll show you some of those here in just a moment. So let's go and talk about what's to be expected weather here in Flagler County. So today we saw high temperatures generally in the mid to upper 90s, but let's get to tomorrow, Monday. We're looking at high temperatures mid 90s pretty much across the county. Lower 90s beaches, it'll be a little cooler there with the sea breeze, but mid 90s like Bunnell, Espanola, 95 out there in Andalusia, Mondex, Cody's Corner, 95 degrees. And then pretty much, kind of staying the same, but hotter as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, look for high temperatures. These are actual air temperatures, not heat index. We'll take a look at heat index in just a bit. But look at this. By Wednesday, we are challenging 99 degrees for some locations, mid 90s beaches, upper 90s elsewhere. So we could see temperatures approaching the 100-degree mark, and that is just the actual air temperature, not heat index. The heat index will be worse. Thursday, those numbers come down a little bit, probably to the higher rain chances that are expected. And then lower 90s inland, near 90 coastal areas, and then near 90 inland and 80s coastal areas as we get into Saturday. And keep in mind, further into the future, the more uncertainty there is in these numbers. So let's talk about the actual heat index. Now, the heat index is very important if the heat index wants to load. There we go. So there we go. So let's talk about tomorrow. So heat indexes. Now, why is the heat index important? Because this is what it feels like, and this is what your body is going to respond to. So when the temperature gets over 95 degrees, unless you're staying hydrated, you are at risk for heat illness and organ damage from high temperatures. When that temperature gets over 95 degrees, even if it's the heat index, if that's over 95 degrees, then your risk of heat illness dramatically increases. That's why staying hydrated, staying cool is important. So we're looking at heat indexes over 110 degrees tomorrow in Bunnell, Palm Coast, beaches in 106, 109 degrees. So those high heat indexes are going to be pretty much everywhere tomorrow. So make sure if you're going to be outside working, Make sure you're staying hydrated. That's the key thing. You stay hydrated, you're going to be all right. But if you're not, you could really get into trouble pretty quickly. Tuesday's heat index is a little bit higher, about 113 degrees, 113 in many locations, 111 at the beaches. But then as we get into Wednesday, still about the same, 113 degrees peak. And we could see heat index numbers higher than that. This is average. Look at this, Palm Coast, 115 degrees we're looking at on Wednesday. So it's going to be, pretty hot out there. And again, make sure you're staying hydrated. This heat index number is important. However, we start to get a little bit of relief by Thursday, where heat index is up to 105, 106. And we stay that way into Friday, and then even better heat index numbers as we get into Saturday. Looking at low temperatures now. Let's get to daily lows here. Kind of the same in the 70s to near 80 through the week. No significant changes there. So let's take a look at precipitation chances. What are the rain chances? So looking at 6-hour rain chances for tonight, about a 50% chance, most of that in this evening. Tomorrow, about a 50% chance of showers and storms across the county. A little bit better chances south part of the county. Tomorrow night, Monday night, about a 10% chance of a shower or a storm, staying pretty low. Tuesday, about a 30% chance, so not as high as a chance on Tuesday right now. Staying dry Tuesday night. Wednesday, again, maybe about a 30 to 40% chance of showers or a thunderstorm, meaning they'll be out there but much more hit or miss. Wednesday night, about 40% to 30% chance. Better chances north part of the county, at least the way things look right now. Thursday, those rain chances massively come up to about 80% county-wide. Does not mean it's going to rain all day. It means that most places will likely see a shower or a storm. And some of that rain could be locally heavy. Thursday night, about a 40% chance. Friday, about a 70% chance. Again, it doesn't mean it's going to rain the entire day. Friday night, we get a little bit of a break, maybe a 20-25% chance. And then Saturday, about a 60 to 70% chance. And then Saturday night, about 18% chance of rain or showers or thunderstorms. So it looks like the wettest day looks to be Thursday, at least the way things stand right now, maybe Thursday and Friday. How much rain are we going to see? Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the 7-day total. And this takes us right into Sunday. And we're looking at 1.5 to 2 inches. This is this average rainfall. There could be some heavier amounts thrown in, isolated heavier amounts, especially if we get a good storm somewhere. So 1.5 to 2 inches, many locations, inch and a half. Again, these are average numbers. The rainfall could be quite a bit heavier in localized locations. And it's moving on now to the long-range forecast. This takes us into the first part of August. Looking for temperatures to be averaging above normal, so no escape from the heat. Precipitation chances above normal. We do need that rain. Going further into August, this takes us into August 9th. Looking at temperatures to be pretty good chances of them being above normal. Precipitation chances right about average, the way things are looking right now. So let's talk about wildfires. Yes, we've had a few. So these three fires in the county are currently marked as contained. So this one here, Lewisdale Place, which is out west of Bunnell, maybe about a tenth of an acre. That's a lightning strike fire. And then the other one that we have got going on out here is out by Mondex. So some of you folks living out there in Mondex. Now, there's no acreage noted on this, but I'm aware it's about 3 to 4 acres. It is 100% contained. This is the one by this Coconut Boulevard fire. And it's 100% contained. And again, about 3 to 4 acres, maybe 2 to 3. We don't have acreage information from the Florida Forest Service. There's still some smoke coming up out of that one a little bit, but it is being monitored. It is 100% contained. And the last one down here, Rock Road Fire, which is down in the southeast part of the county. This one's gotten pretty big. It's 188 acres, but it's also 100% contained. But this could, because this is still smoldering, you could still get some drift smoke from this. So like you get up in the morning, you're smelling smoke or something, likely from this one right here. So that's a pretty big fire. And then out west of us, Putnam County, we've got an active fire out there, no acreage on that. West County line, another big fire. This one is right on the West County line, north of State Road 100. 179 acres, another pretty big fire. 100% contained, so no risk of it going anywhere at the moment. But it is probably still putting up a little bit of smoke. So, the matter of fact, they checked it today. So, again, some drift smoke. You might smell it in the mornings from these two fires. This guy down here. Looks like our big fire's right on the county lines. So that's going to wrap things up. So in short, look for good chances of showers and storms almost each day this week, especially towards the end of the week right now, the way things stand. Quite hot out there. Heat index is 115 degrees middle part of the week. So we'll have to watch and see if those temperatures fall or increase as the forecasts are issued daily. And we will be passing that information straight to you on Flagler Weather Info. Everybody out there, have a great week ahead. Have a great evening. And thank you for watching.